Hi everyone, it's Don and I hope you're having a fantastic day. Well, lots in the news today, but I want to cover the story of Princess back in court, what's happening with drink packages in Hawaii, and also some changes to cruise with confidence policies and cancellation policies and Fcc'S that you may really want to pay attention to. So first off, let's talk about that story of the Grand Princess that arrived in Maui, and letters were sent out to people on board saying, yeah, sorry, starting tomorrow at 7 a.m. till 6 p.m., we can't serve any alcoholic beverages on our ship. If you're not planning to go to port, or if you're hoping to sit by the pool and enjoy pina colada, sorry, you can't do it. We're not selling alcohol tomorrow, all the way up until 6 p.m. Now, this is not something that obviously Princess wanted to do. This is something that the port has instituted. As anyone who's cruised before knows that when you're going into port, the casino has to be closed because there's casinos in the port. They want you to visit their casino, not spend your money on the ship. The same thing goes for a lot of other things. They're not allowed to open their shops when they're in ports because everything has to be bought on shore, not on the ship during that time. But this is the first time I've heard alcohol. And it's not all of Hawaii, it only seems to be that port. Now I'm wondering is this a pandemic measure that they put in place? Because there's very little information coming out. Is this something that they've done, or is it a policy from now on that any cruise ship stopping in that cruise port is no longer allowed to serve alcohol? What about, and will this start to spread to the other stops in Hawaii? Can you imagine then if that goes to like three of the stops that you can't serve alcohol? What about the Pride of America that's based in Hawaii and just sails around the Hawaii? Basically, you have most of your cruise, you wouldn't be able to have alcohol on board. So it's very curious. I've never heard of an alcohol package or an alcohol, port ban. I've never heard of that before. And I'm just hoping to find out some more information. I got some feelers out there to find out what's going on. Is this a temporary measure? Is this permanent? But yeah, I guess people who want to have that glass of wine at 5 o'clock with your dinner were disappointed. You can't do it. Those people who want to stay on board, have a drink around the pool. You can't do it. It's a very weird situation. Speaking of Princess Cruises, I got a couple messages yesterday from people saying, "See, Don, one of your favorite cruise lines is back in court for polluting again. They're out there polluting the waters," and no. Yes, Princess was back in court. Carnival Corporation was back in court. Yes, they were fined another $1 million. However, it had nothing to do with their ships repolluting the waters or doing anything like that. It was on the process that they had set up with the mediator and the agreements that they've done to follow as far as reporting is concerned. And in particular, it's the reporting of the committee. They set up a committee like they were asked to do. However, the court said that committee that they set up wasn't independent enough. There needed to be more independence for that reporting body, as well as the scope of what they're allowed to look at has to be broader. It has to be wider. It can't be as focused as Princess has set up. And then they also instituted that, okay, we want that new reporting body that you're setting up to report directly to Carnival Corporation's board of directors. So that's why they were there. It had nothing to do with them repolluting the ocean or anything like that. It had everything to do with the reporting system that was in place. They said, no, that's not what we want. You didn't do it the way we thought you should, so you're going to be fined another $1 million. That's the difference between a $40 million fine and a $1 million fine. 40 million, you're doing the polluting, you got caught, you did something really bad. 1 million is, yeah, you did something bad, but it had nothing to do with the repolluting. So, and now let's talk about future cruise credits, FCCs, and basically when can you cancel your cruises, because one cruise line just made more changes. And but before I get there, let me just invite you to hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so already. Really helps the channel out. You can keep up to date with all things cruising, everything from ships, cancellations, the new policies, where to get your money back, how not to get your money back, how to lose your money, all those kind of things right here on the channel. And again, helps the channel out immensely, and I'd really, really appreciate it. Okay, Celebrity Cruise Lines has just announced that they are extending their Cruise with Confidence. Anything booked between now and March 31st, you can now fall under that brand new, not brand new, but under the Cruise with Confidence guidelines. And that goes for sailings all the way up until September 30th, which is good for me because now my cruise on the Celebrity Beyond in July now falls under this curfew, which means if something happens to my cruise, I can now cancel my cruise up to 48 hours before that sailing and get 100% future cruise credits, which is fine by me. You know, at least I know that, you know, if the worst case happens, all of a sudden, you know, it's July, I've made my final payments, and all of a sudden everything in Greece becomes a dumpster fire and something's happening and there's something really horrible and I can't go. Well, I can cancel it within 48 hours and get that 100%. Also, they've extended their timelines for when you're allowed to use your future cruise credits. So if you were worried about your future cruise credits expiring and you were going to run, they've extended the time for that. So check your future cruise credits when they were set to expire. You can give Celebrity Cruise Lines a call and say, when are they expiring now? Because it depends on when you got them, kind of thing, more than I can say directly to you that all future cruise credits are now good until here. No, it depends on when you got them. And this falls in line with many other cruise lines, like Royal Caribbean did the same thing. They've extended a lot of their policies. So it's very much based on an individual cruise line situation. So go in, as soon as you get on there, check with that Cruise with Confidence policies that every cruise line has out there. Find out exactly what the policy is for your cruise, and then you'll be better informed. But this is a good one by Celebrity. It's giving you a lot more peace of mind when you're booking your cruise. I know it gave me a lot of peace of mind because my Celebrity Beyond cruise in July is one of the most expensive cruises I've ever booked when you calculate hotels and airfare, the fact I'm going 2 people, 2 separate cabins. And yeah, it becomes a very costly cruise no matter how I try and angle it. But it's the Celebrity Beyond. It's a brand new ship. It's the Mediterranean. It's Greece. It's 10 days. And I can't wait. Well, I hope you appreciate this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Want to see more tips, more tricks, more travel vlogs from around the world? Hit that subscribe button. Until next time, have yourself a safe and a great vacation.